Good morning, students. I hope everybody's up and dressed and getting ready to start their day. I'm going to do a few videos for you because the dish that we're going to plan for this week is roasted potatoes. Only it's going to be a little different than the roasted potatoes we've done before. These ones are crispier and sort of more cottage fries taste to them, but they're roasted in the oven. And so, but I wanted you guys to practice your knife skills more. And this is a really good way to do it. So you're going to need, for this particular assignment, you're going to need a chef's knife or something like this, something bigger than a little bitty knife. You're going to need something that size or a little bit smaller. You're going to need a cutting board of some kind. This one's wooden, doesn't have to be wooden, okay? And you're going to need a cookie sheet or a baking pan. And you're going to need some potatoes, some olive oil or some other kind of oil, salt and pepper at least, and maybe some other seasonings if you would like, okay? But I'm going to start by showing you again how to hold a chef's knife. Now, this is not the way you would hold a small knife, but basically you're going to wrap, you might want to zoom in on this, you're going to wrap your last 3 fingers around the handle and do it kind of close to the blade, because the next thing you're going to do is pinch the blade, okay, with your forefinger and your thumb. So it's going to look like that, okay? And the purpose of this is so that you will have more control over that blade when you're cutting. If you hold it merely like this and you encounter a problem, your blade can go this way or that way, and you could end up getting cut. So, or you can end up messing up your cut as well. So this gives you more control over a large knife, okay? So pinch it. I want you to practice doing that, okay, until it becomes comfortable, all right? Until it becomes comfortable. Again, I'm going to show you how to start. You're going to wrap your fingers, your last 3 fingers around that handle like that, and then you're going to do your forefinger and your thumb, and you're going to pinch it, okay? So it's going to look like that, and I want you to practice holding a knife like that. Put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, until it feels comfortable to you, okay? Now, if your hands are big like a guy, sometimes it's going to look a little different. It's going to feel a little different. Your fingers may be a little further back on the handle. I want you to find your comfort, where you're going to be comfortable, okay? Then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to practice, leave your left hand out of this, but I want you to practice the knife cut, okay? So there's several ways that you can use a knife to cut things, but the one I want you to use today is a rock. It's a slide rock technique, basically. So you're gonna slide the knife forward like that, okay? I want you to actually touch the cutting board, slide forward like that, okay? I want you to practice that, just that, without anything to cut. Just slide it forward like that, okay? Okay, just keep doing that. Slide it forward, again, and again, and again. Practice keeping your blade perpendicular to the board, okay? Because you don't want this or this. You want a nice straight blade and a cut, and you have perfect control because you have a good grip. You have perfect control over that knife, okay? That's what we're looking for. All right, cool. Now then, the next thing I'm going to show you is how you're going to use your offhand. Now, if you're right-handed, then it's going to be your left hand that you're going to use to hold whatever it is you're cutting, right? Okay. If you're left-handed, you're going to use your right hand to hold whatever it is you're cutting, okay? So whichever hand you are, you're going to use your offhand, the hand that's not dominant, to hold your vegetable or fruit or whatever you're cutting, okay? So today we're going to be doing potatoes. Now, so the very first thing, notice how a potato is round. It's going to rock around when you're cutting it. So what I like to do to eliminate that problem is, the first thing I want to do is first of all, I'm going to show you a claw grip, okay? So this is a mistake right here, because look what can happen. See that? Okay? You could cut it yourself real easily because your fingers are sticking out, right? Okay? So instead, I want you to pull those fingers in, and I want you to dig your nails into whatever it is you're holding, okay? So that keeps it nice and stable, and it keeps your fingers out of harm's way. You can even put the knife close up to your knuckles, and you're not going to cut yourself, right? Because those fingertips are out of harm's way, okay? But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide that knife forward. See how easy that is? I'm going to cut my potato almost exactly in half, okay? So I got two halves of the potato. Now voila, I'm going to turn it that way so that it doesn't rock around. It's nice and flat, okay? Now then, I'm going to slice it, and I want to do, again, I've got my claw grip, nice and stable. I want you to practice that before we do anything, okay? Practice holding until it gets comfortable. And you can move your fingers any way, however close to the knife. You want to try to keep it as far away from the knife as possible, but I'm going to show you what to do when you get close to your fingers, okay? So here we go. Now I'm going to cut, this irregular piece, I'm going to cut like this, okay? Notice I started with the tip, okay? And then I slid it forward. So you're going to want pieces